Hey and welcome to this video. My name is Nina and in today's video we are going to be tackling the last villager yards on my island, which is kind of a bit of a lie because we still have one left. But it's such a tiny yard that it didn't make it into this video because I think I will just plant a bunch of flowers in front of it. But we will finish the neighborhood today, which is very exciting. So let's just walk right over to the area that we will be working in today. So as you can see, we have nooks here that we decorated in Tuesday's video. I had to think on that for a second. That we decorated on Tuesday's video, and then we have Olive's yard, which you can see it's such a tiny thing that we won't be able to decorate it in this build because yeah, we will do that some other time, and you will see when we do that. It will be exciting. And then we have Punchy's and Olive's yard, which are right next to each other, and this is also behind Daisy's yard. So this is kind of a two-tiered neighborhood, which I really like because Daisy's, Punchy's and Aurora's yards specifically and their houses go super well together, so I'm very excited to decorate them. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop right into it. And Punchy's already greeting us with his little donut, and Aurora as well. I mean, how much better could this build start, you know? So starting off, we are actually heading up to Aurora's house, and for both of the yards I didn't have like a specific theme in mind. Like I didn't want to give them a cafe or shop or anything. I just wanted this to feel like an actual small town village, so just like some small villager yards, if that makes sense. So I tried to use a bunch of the white cobblestone that I also used for Daisy's yard and for my fairy castle to just make this feel a little bit more lived in but official, if that makes sense. So I just gave both of them a bunch of furniture that you would find in actual villager yards. Of actual villages. So Aurora has this little clothing line so that she can just do her laundry, and then she will also get some other items. So she will also get an umbrella and some seating. She just gets a bunch of things that feel very homey and cozy that I just thought went well with both her vibe that she kind of gives off and her whole color scheme, which is basically non-existent because both she and her house are both black and white, but we made it work, and it gives us a lot of creative freedom to toy around with the color scheme that we have going on also in Daisy's villager yard. And you saw me place a bunch of items and now pick them up again, which is because I wanted to try place them down where I wanted them to be, but I already knew that I had to customize them. I just didn't want to customize them twice if I wasn't sure on the placement yet. So I just went back and customized them, and then I will try to sprinkle them in again, kind of similarly to what I did before, like before I picked them up. But I did make some changes, and I do really like how especially Aurora's yard looks. I don't know why, but you will see in the final tour in the end. I just like my voice keeps cracking today. It might be because I'm recording 3 voiceovers right after each other. It's oh good god, why am I doing this to myself? I know why I'm doing it to myself, because I'm going on vacation and I can't, because I'm going on holiday, so I can't, I can't take all of the equipment with me. So we need to do this now to bring you fresh content even though I am not there. Isn't that amazing? Let me have a sip for a second. Alrighty, I think we're back to business. So I just also gave her a garden faucet because we all know at this point how much I love the garden faucet. I feel like whenever you need an item that has a soft animation to it, so you just need that little bit of spice, you need a little more than just a static element, you just pop in the garden faucet, and I swear to God, it will look amazing wherever you place it. It's amazing. I love it. But I was saying I love how Aurora's yard looks next to this little stream because it feels very, very overgrown and naturey, but very much like a small village type of yard, if that makes sense. At least for me, like it gives off this little Zelda Breath of the Wild feeling. I don't know why. Just this, maybe even like a mountainous cabin village. I don't know. I just, oh, look at Aurora. She's so cute. I kind of trapped her on this little cliff, but I mean, if it's now finally decorated, she can't complain. You know, she can't complain. And she's a penguin. She should be able to cross the water or at least swim through it. It's not my fault that she can't do that, you know? And then to the left, I toyed around with a little barrel, but I don't know. I don't love how one single barrel looks. I feel like at this point I always need to layer at least two of them in front of each other. So I tried to really embrace the whole village vibe that I wanted to have going on in this little neighborhood. So I decided that I wanted to incorporate a little mountain bike to give to Aurora, because I mean, she doesn't really look like she would ride a bike, mainly because of her very short or basically non-existent legs. She basically is just a ball of fluff with feet and a head. But so I just tried to kind of make a very cute group of items that felt villager-y. Also brings the whole color scheme together. And since for Daisy's yard we had a blue, yellow and green villager yard going on, I wanted it to be carried into this yard as well, and also for Punchy, just because the houses look very similar and it is supposed to be a neighborhood, so I kind of wanted it to go well together. And at this point my island is so colorful already. Honestly, I have given up on a cohesive color scheme. I mean, every area basically includes white and at least purple or blue. Most of them also include yellow, but other than that we have some orange, we have some pink, we have some green. It's just pure chaos, but I still feel like it kind of goes together and it is very whimsical, like the whole colorfulness of this island. I feel like it is very whimsical and I do really like how it looks as you're walking through, because it's not boring. I mean, other islands aren't boring as well, and I'm really looking forward to having a cohesive color scheme again, but I really enjoyed this island, is basically what I tried to say. So again, back to this little group, I wanted to just, again, incorporate a bunch of items that Aurora could use. And if like female villagers could also be lazy, I feel like she would be a lazy. She seems very chill and laid back and kind of cuddly, and you know, so I decided to give her a bunch of cushions and also an alarm clock, because I feel like, just like Wade, I feel like they should be a little bit of a couple, you know. I feel like the issue might sleep in one or two times too often, you know. So I thought that just was a very cute touch. And yeah, I imagine this neighborhood to be very quiet and just cozy, and like it's a very friendly, loving community in this neighborhood, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to, again, make it feel very cozy and lived in, and give the villagers the items that would also fit this whole vibe. So soft items like the umbrella or fabric themed items, so the cushions, many rugs, water elements, which also feel very soft, and also they do fit Aurora as a penguin quite well. And then I also gave her some books, just because she is a normal villager, or at least I think she is. Wait, let me check actually. Yeah, okay, she is a normal, perfect. Yeah, but just because she is a normal villager, and most of the normal villagers, or all of them, I'm not sure, really like reading and writing books, and most of them also want to write their own books, so, and like become world famous authors. So I thought that would just fit, and it also fits the, again, villager vibe, like the village, small village vibe, because I imagine her sitting in a little rocking chair, maybe having a chair over the cliff with Daisy or Punchy, and then just leaning back again and continuing to read her little book, maybe tend to some flowers or so. I don't know, it just felt very homey to me. And I also gave the villagers in this neighborhood the wedding door decorations. I don't know what it's called, but because it has this very soft blue and white color scheme and it says welcome, I just felt like it fit perfectly into this little space. And then moving on to Punchy's yard, I also gave him a little flower patch because I don't know, I just felt like it fit very well with Daisy's yard because she has a little bit of a pumpkin patch going on and kind of flows into each other very nicely so that everything looks cohesive, because cohesion seems to be my main criteria for a good island, I feel like. Even though my island aesthetic is quite cohesive, but my color scheme is really not. And then, please, this happened. So Punchy came up running to me and told me that he was in a little bit of a fight with Diana. He asked me to bring her a gift, you know the drill. But a couple of builds back, if you haven't seen that, let me roll the clips really quickly. Diana, what did you say to her? Oh, Diana, you're such a bitch. I hate you, bitch. So we will see about whether Diana gets a present or not. Whoopsie. I'm sorry, Punchy, but you really aren't the best either, and you will see why as this video progresses, because there is a little incident happening with Punchy involved again. But yeah, now back to Punchy's little yard. I feel like Punchy is very like cuddly, and he also feels a little bit classy too, so I didn't want to go overboard with color and like teddy bears and stuff, but I did give him a bunch of blankets, and I will also later give him a little futon sleeping bag so that he can lay down in the shadow of the tree, which is actually not in the shadow of the tree, because if I did that then you wouldn't be able to see the area. So I did that in front of it, and he can just like, you know, boil in the broad sunlight, like, you know, just boil away, bake away right next to the ocean. So yeah, I just gave him this little futon sleeping bag on top of this little tiny rug design, and I also included this book code with another book on top, which I really like to do. I love using the actual books on top of the book code. And here you can see the incident with Daisy. You could also just observe that in the background while I was talking about the futon, but he is so selfish. Like, excuse you can't take that other people also like to share their things. Like, I couldn't even go with the more sympathetic answer that he wanted to hear me say. But like, Daisy is such a sweetheart. Daisy is such a sweetheart, and I will always side with her no matter what. I still really love Punchy though. He's so cute, and I think I will also keep... Oh, I wanted to touch on that. I think I will keep some of the villagers for my next island too, because I just feel like the houses are so neutral, and I love all of the villagers. Like, I actually love their personalities, except for the bitchiness of Punchy, but he is very cute. Look at him. And I also really love the cat villagers. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. I don't trust my judgment in men. Yeah, I just sprinkled in some more custom designs, details, etc. And then that was actually it. I kind of just added this little Zen cushion with another cushion on top. And then I tried to layer something in front of it as well. But I just decided to use another book code under the little two cushion layered on top of each other setup, because I felt like it was too cluttered, and I kind of also wanted to give myself the option to pass through there if I wanted to go through there. So I then removed the coffee cup in the long run and just gave him another book, because then again we have the rule of threes, we have the little two book codes, and then we have another book. We also have the stack of books, of course, but I don't count that into the rule of threes, and it also gives height. So yeah, it's just two very sweet little village yards that just look very cute, and I feel like they fit very well together, like Daisy, Punchy, Olive, and yeah, then I just sprinkled in the last few touches, and then that was it for this build and also for this neighborhood. So I'm going to leave you now with a montage of the finished product. If you enjoyed this video, I would very much appreciate it if you like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here. And yeah, take care of yourself until next time, and bye bye.